Assalamu alaikum, hello, marhaba, and ni hao, everyone. Wherever you are, whenever you are, and whoever you are, welcome to Behind the Content. So, in this show, we're going to uncover the what's and hows of content creation, and we're going to discover how do creators turn their ideas to life. First guest for today is none other than Arisa Puteri. Hello, Arisa Puteri. Welcome here.
Hi, Iman. Thank you so much for having me.
It's all pleasure for us. So, a content creator, a rising influencer, you're very known for a very distinct type of content, a beauty focus, a lifestyle based videos on TikTok and Instagram, if I'm correct. How did it start? How did Arisa Puteri, the influencer, start?
Okay, so basically, I started my career back in 2014. I joined a singing competition by Astro called Cherry Pop Star 2. And from there, I started acting. And then that is where I start to build my social media platform, creating contents and doing promotional videos.
I see. So from 2014, that's a long time in the industry. What would you say is the biggest challenge that you faced?
The biggest challenge for me, probably finding fresh ideas to share to public and also to face all the netizens out there. You know, because we can't please everyone.
Yeah.
So different people have different interests, different perspective, and how they take the message from the video. So I find it very hard at 1st, but now I think I just have to have the right mindset, which I cannot please everyone. So.
Of course, no one can please everyone. So, being a singer, an actor, an influencer, how do you balance your personal life with your online presence?
How I balance my personal life. I will always be mindful on what I share to the social media. I also be very mindful on how I carry myself in the public. For example, my appearance, how I look, how I talk. It's all those little things that actually.
So you're saying
means a lot.
that you, as an influencer, are the same as you in
Yes.
private.
Yes. Me in private, me on social media, mostly the same.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just that
That's
there are
good.
certain things that we don't
Being
share in public.
authentic. Okay, so in this 11, nearly 12 years career, what would you say is one point that you're really proud of?
The moment that I'm really proud of is representing Malaysia for Disney Channel and also being nominated in one of the influencer award. Yeah.
How was that?
It was very unexpected because I never thought I would be nominated, you know? But out of nowhere, I just saw my name. I'm like, oh, even though the category was like new content creators, but it's still one of a big achievement in part of my journey.
Amazing. Hopefully you go for more.
Yay!
What would you give as an advice for anyone who's aspiring to be an influencer?
Oh, to those who want to be an influencer, if you want to do something, do it wholeheartedly. Don't do it halfway. Be yourself, create more fresh ideas. You don't have to copy others. And yeah, just be yourself and enjoy and do what you love and love what you do.
Okay. How's your encounters with your fans? Like, would you say that it's exciting, difficult? How would you describe that?
I always find it exciting to see more people out there, to get to know new friends. And I'm happy whenever they came and approach me because I may look very cheerful, very loud, but actually in person, I'm quite scared to talk to people.
Oh,
And
actually.
there's also some people came to me and like, I'm so scared to talk to you because your face shows that you don't want anyone to come and talk to you.
No.
It's just me being scared, guys. But I'm good. If you want to talk to me, just come and talk to me.
Okay, so showing that Arisa is actually, after all, a person. That's actually very good, very amazing. So that would be us for the first segment. Thank you, everyone, and we'll have more. Hello and welcome back, our dear viewers, in our second segment of our show, Behind the Content. Now we have a second guest who is Sofrina. Hello and welcome, Sofrina, to our show.
Hi, thank you for having me.
So you are a senior, you are a broadcast student, or were a broadcast student until you graduated recently. Congrats on that.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming here today. So you're sitting now representing the structure and the very constructed broadcasting world and industry. What inspired you to study broadcasting?
So, like, as a kid, I've always been into content creation. Like, I've always liked to draw, to write. So, that eventually turns into something that I want to pursue in the futures. Hence why I chose broadcasting as what I want to learn.
Incredible. Did you have like any mentors in early days, like saw this talent in you?
Well, I would say as a kid, I love watching Running Man, and then there's like the main host there. His name is UJ Sok, and I love how spontaneous he is and how witty he is with the guests. So that's like someone that I want to be. Someone that can make guests comfortable with you, someone that can make spontaneous comments that like entertain and make the people around him very comfortable. I love his presenting style as both a host in informal type of event and also in reality show like Running Man. Yeah.
Okay, so I believe you had your training period already. How would you describe it? Your first experience in the actual industry?
Well, I would say it wasn't that shocking entirely because as a broadcasting student, our assignment involved basically the same thing as what I did when I was interning. Although I would say that it's very fast-paced compared to the university assignment because sometimes we have to produce news like right on the spot, and then after the event I have to edit everything in one go instead of with compared to assignments where I get like at least 2 weeks, 3 weeks, sometimes a month to complete my assignments. So yeah, it was.
Okay, so the broadcasting industry is actually fast-paced.
Yeah. that's
I
true.
didn't predict that. So in college, in uni, when we study broadcasting, as I myself study broadcasting, we study like different ways, different shapes. Like we learn about writing, about presenting, and so on and so on. What's your favorite part in it?
I would say for all of my assignment, I've been assigned to edit, and I would say that's my favorite part. As someone that's introverted, I prefer to be behind the scene instead of presenting in front of the camera. So I would say editing videos, script writing. Yeah, that will be my favorite part for
Okay,
most
so
of my
you're
assignments.
more into the creative process of
Yeah,
things.
the pre-production process.
That's really good. So during your study and training, did you have any project or assignment that stuck with you that you felt like, wow, that was actually very insightful, that was very enjoyable?
So for one of my assignments, I have to present news, which I thought that, oh, never mind, I'm just gonna go through it because I thought that during my internship, I will never read news, but eventually I had to read news during my internship. So that's like one of the assignment that's like, it stuck past behind my mind until I eventually intern. Yep. And then another one, I would say for I think it was where we have to record for an event where we basically have to cover the entire thing that happened during the event. It was M6. It's a Mobile Legend competition. That's actually my favorite part because I get to be independent with it. Yeah, that's like an assignment that my lecturer, Sir Iman, gave to us. So that's like one of the assignment that is my favorite one and has stuck to me until now.
Okay, so you studied in MSU, you studied under the faculty of SESS. How would you describe it in general?
I will say that it's very fun and it's very different because as a broadcasting students in SAS, our assignments we get to do like a lot of things that eventually prepare us for our internship.
Yeah.
So that's very insightful for me to learn. So when we get pushed into internship, we're not shocked lah by what we eventually have to do because before our internship, we did that all those things for our assignment.
Okay, not to raise any controversy, but what would you say was your favorite subject?
My favorite subject out of all the subjects that I've learned, I think it will be radio. I think it was radio broadcasting.
Radio broadcasting. What year was it?
I'm not sure, but I think it was like 2023, 2024.
Okay, so
Do you
a bit
have that
recent.
subject now? Yeah.
No.
Oh, you don't?
No, I'm
yeah.
first semester.
Okay, but yeah, I think that one because since we in broadcasting we don't really have a lot of students, so it was very comfortable for me to work with people that I've known. And then since I think for that project, we're just all in one group. There's no like two separate groups or everything. So it was, and then for that one particular project, we create everything on our own, like the scripts for the talk show, what we're gonna talk for the radio, what we're gonna talk about in it, the script, the editing process. We did it all by our own at that time.
And I assume you had the creative tasks in that.
Yes,
Okay, that's good. So speaking of me being in the first semester, do you have any advice? It's getting a bit stressful.
I think for now, just basically have fun because the lecturers are all very like nice people. They're people that you can communicate with, and then you can come to them for trouble. And then since we're very like small, like we don't really have that many students, so I suggest you maybe can try to get closer to one another because you're basically gonna see the same people until the end of the semester. So
you're suggesting we should like build the community in the class. Okay, I didn't really think about that. usually thought about, oh, I should be more ongoing, I should be more talkative or that. Building a community in the class, that's a good advice. Uh, okay, how about skills?
Skills.
Like, what skills do you think a broadcaster must have?
Right now, as you can see, we're in a very fast-paced industry. So I think as a student, you already need to learn like how to be a good presenter. You also need to learn how to edit. Just don't rely on CapCut all the time. That's what I learned. Ever since I got into internship, I eventually learned how to use Adobe Premiere. Prior to that, I always used CapCut. So like, yeah, just that. And advice, you need to be good at everything, basically. You need to be good with the camera. You need to be good presenting. And also, you need to develop your skills in writing, all this kind of thing.
Okay, so all the skills.
Yeah, that's true.
So over the duration of your studies as a student, what was your one biggest challenge?
Biggest challenge, as I've mentioned earlier, I'm very introverted, so that's like one of the hardest challenge for me when you're pushed into something where you basically have to be very extroverted. You have to be very talkative in front of the camera, and then also you need to learn like all of these things like basically you need to learn how to write script, you need to learn what makes a good video, what makes you good as a good broadcaster lah.
Okay, very very fair. That was very amazing. That was very good insight. Thank you, Sofri. We're gonna go to the break and go back to the third segment. Hello and welcome back, dear viewers, to our third segment of the show. Now, we don't have one, we have two of our guests.
Yay! We're back.
We're back. So, Sofrina being the face of broadcasting, of course, and Irisa being the face of social media.
Wow, the face.
The face
really?
of broadcasting.
Okay.
So, in this segment, I prefer to not like ask bullet point questions. Rather, we
Okay.
have like a discussion.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Love the idea.
So let's start with basics. Like, for example, the media industry is ever changing, is ever evolving. What would you say is the biggest change today?
That is basic. Oh, okay. Safrina, you want to start?
Yeah, sure. So I would say the biggest shift is from traditional media to digital and online platforms. I would say that's the biggest shift. And I've noticed this ever since the pandemic started. We started moving on more onto digital platform instead of relying on traditional media. I'll say that's like the biggest shift for me.
As for me, I think nowadays the media has become more interactive. There's no longer one-way interaction. There's two-way interaction. For example, through IG Live, TikTok Live. So from there, you can get a immediate response. So as a content
the
creator,
interactiveness of the fans, you mean?
yes,
Yeah,
you
okay.
can interact to people out there, and you can get immediate response, and you know what to do. So
You know
that
what to
is
do.
more fun.
That's true.
How would you say that broadcasting is getting influenced by social media in the future? Because social media is the newer face of media, while broadcasting is the older, more traditional. Do you think it'll stay like that, or will it change and evolve to better suit the new changing environment?
I will say that we're eventually gonna rely more on digital platforms.
Yes.
Yeah, even if you see with like news companies nowadays, most of them they started to create their own social media platforms.
Yeah.
And if you notice, they now post more on TikTok because nowadays we don't really watch TV anymore. If you notice that, and then most of our news we actually rely on like social media platforms like Twitter, TikTok, Instagram. Yep.
Yeah, even sometimes the news also go live on social media,
Yeah,
right?
that's
so
true.
Yeah.
So I think now it doesn't matter social media content creator or broadcaster all start to rely on social media more because
True.
yeah, traditional media don't really work on Gen Z anymore.
Yeah.
They don't even buy newspaper.
Yeah, I'll confess, even I started like taking my news from Instagram.
Do you still read traditional media? Do you still
No.
read newspaper?
No.
No,
I don't.
exactly.
I rely on Instagram. Okay, so it's ever so changing. It's very evolving to a more digital shape. So, being in the media industry, everyone has misconceptions about
True.
everything.
Yes.
As a influencers and media content creators, what do you think is the biggest misconceptions about your own lane of work?
I will let Arisa go first since she's an influencer, so she has to know more.
Okay.
Okay.
Misconception about an influencer. Ooh, let me pick one. I would say people think that being a content creator is easy and fun, living the life, getting free stuff, go here and there, but it's actually not that simple because yeah, you have to come up with your own idea. You have to be very mindful on what you share because sometimes you don't realize that certain things that you post out there could actually hurt someone. I don't know.
Okay.
And also, not all content creators have their own editor, videographer, photographer. No, like me myself, I do everything on my own. Like I record myself, I edit myself, wrote my storyline by myself. So it's not that easy, okay? It's not that easy.
Safina, I've noticed you've escaped that question, but it could go both ways. What misconception do you think people have about broadcasters?
So this is a story that I've heard from my lecturer.
Okay.
They said like, oh, broadcasting, is it still relevant today for us to learn? Which I think is the biggest misconception because that student, they thought that broadcasting is all about traditional media, like all about newspaper, radio. Like we don't do digital online platform, which is wrong because as you can see here,
Yeah.
we're literally like talking in front of the camera and stuff. So it's still very relevant today. Broadcasting is not only about traditional media. We also edit videos. We also edit online videos and also we do script writing. Like social media broadcasting is still very much needed in this new media landscape.
This reminds me. One time, one of my lecturers told me a story. She said in one of her classes, a student went up to her and was like, "Hey, miss,
Yeah, that's the story she told me. That's the story.
what use do we have of these classes? Like everything is now like on phone. It's all like Instagram and live and whatever. Why should we study media?"
Oh my, what a tea. Then why did she pick this course in the first place? But yeah.
Which is actually like very bold to say to a lecturer.
Yeah, true.
Do you think you two have any chance to collaborate on any other works other than this?
Me and her?
Yeah.
I would love to collaborate with her, of course.
Yeah.
Maybe-
How do you envision that collaboration to be?
There are so many things that we can do. True.
I will say maybe more about like social issues, something related to the younger generation. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe we can create more awareness content on social
Okay.
media platform. We can select through entertainment, you know?
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
can always...
An entertainer and more to a news reporter. What do you think is the missing form of media right now? Like,
Missing
let me
form?
simplify this. So you have like many different shapes of media. You have like entertainment, gaming, intellectual, whatever. What do you feel is like one very underrated?
Oh, no, I think there are no underrated,
No underrated.
segment actually, because every segment have its own strength. For example, entertainment, we have all the awards, and then education also. There are so many contents, and same goes to news as well. News, everybody watch news. Everybody need to watch news to know what's happening in the world right now. So
Okay. How about you?
I will say politics.
Politics.
Yeah, because like for
Underrated.
younger generation specifically, because before I started my internship, I also thought that politics is boring. I'm
not
not gonna.
important. Yeah. Okay.
But as I went into my internship and then I started learning more about it, I thought, oh, it's kind of interesting, and it's actually something that we need to be more aware of, so that we know who to vote in the future.
Yeah, actually true, because
right.
now the voting age point 18, right? It's
Yeah,
like
they're
18 years
gonna
old, you
raise
can
up
start
the
voting
age.
already. Yeah, I agree with her.
Okay, politics. Talking about politics and Gen Z,
Okay.
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 There have been like a trend of mimifying
Mimifying.
Okay.
political figures or political events in order to make it more relatable to the younger
Gen Z,
generations.
Okay.
Do you see this as a good thing or as a silly thing that made politics just silly?
I would say in the middle, because
Yeah.
you actually get to learn about it. If you
Yeah.
ask kids to watch like the parliament, you have to listen to them talk for hours. Nobody will listen to that.
No
You
one.
wouldn't sit like and then listen to the whole thing.
Yeah.
So by mimifying it, at least they get to know like some of the content that's talked
Okay.
about in that session, and then they also learn the figures that are talking
True.
in the parliament.
That's just one of the way that we can actually attract them to get to
that's
know about the
true.
topic. Yeah.
I like how you both like accepted the word mimifying.
Of course. Of course.
I'm not sure if it's even a word anymore. But yeah, whatever. The message was
What about
sent.
you though? What's your opinion?
Oh, okay. I see it's your show now. I'd say mimifying news is very beneficial because, as you all said, no one now wants to sit down for hours and hours to watch
Yeah.
a political debate, a parliament
Yeah.
meeting, or whatever. We just want like the simple form.
Short and simple.
Short and simple. So turning it to like a funny hee hee ha ha kind of thing.
But not too much lah.
Okay, yeah, not too much.
Not too much lah.
Like just enough to break its ice.
Okay.
Because
Understand.
before, like you could say, 20 years ago, news was like viewed as, yeah, that's just my grandpa watching that. I have nothing to do with it.
That's what I always say to my younger
Yeah.
self. Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. Anything else you want to ask?
Well, for now, I'd want you two to like discuss with each other or with me
Discuss.
Discuss
yeah.
with each other. Okay.
about
let's-
like your own
let's do
career,
discussion.
your own career, own process of production, maybe. I don't know.
Process of protection of what? Our career?
Your content.
Oh.
Content. Is it the one where we collaborate or like
I know you're
The-
like your individual content.
individual content?
How
Okay, sure.
do I protect?
Protect.
I think, as what I say, just be mindful on what you share. Be more sensitive on what's happening globally, and look at the timing when you want to post. When everybody was mourning or whatever, don't like post anything like ha 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 ha. I'm happy here. Go travel. You know.
Yeah.
Just be more sensitive.
Be more sensitive. Okay, okay. Do you agree with her?
Yeah, I do agree
Some would
with
say
you.
like in times of mourning and grieving, you should cheer people up.
That's a way to cheer people up, not just by posting happy-go-lucky content. I would say
Okay.
you can be supportive, but don't be disrespectful.
Supportive but not disrespectful. Okay. Give us a to Z plan of producing your own content, like from the moment you get the idea through the whole process of planning it, actually doing it until the final product. Like how does that work in your own two separate realms?
Separate realms. For me, we during my internship we have to like talk with our producer. They're gonna assign us to, and then we have to get our script approved. First, show them the script, and then we have to discuss the content, like what type of content we want to produce with them, and then see if it aligns with their rules, and to ensure that there will not be any like problems with others, like the politicians and stuff. And then once we got the footages, we have to arrange them into sequences, and then again we have to get the approval from the producer before we eventually post the content. Usually we will like post it on YouTube as draft, and then once it gets their approval, we'll receive the title and then the description. Yep. So
How about your process?
My process. Oh, I think in this case, her process will take longer because more crucial compared to me. As a content creator, it depends on what kind of content you create. If it's just a leisure content, then it's just you and yourself. You don't have to ask for any approval or anything. But in a promotional base, first we will get a brief from the client on how they want to channel the content, on the direction, what they want us to include in the content, and we will draft our storyline, including the camera angle, the venue, and also submit our outfit according to the color theme that they have set for us. And then if they have approved the storyline, we'll record the video, we'll shoot, we'll edit, and again submit to client. And if they give green light to post, then we just post, including the caption also.
Okay.
Simple.
Hopefully you give us the green light for this episode.
I'll give a green light to post this.
This episode, this show was very pleasant. I really enjoyed this. Talking to you both, it was very
Same.
amazing, very mind-opening, eye-opening.
Thank you.
Didn't really ever consider many of the points that you two gave and spoke about. It was amazing.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you all. Thank you for coming. Thank you for watching us from behind the screens, and we'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.